Unit 1, Lesson 5, Parallel and Perpendicular Lines. We're not going to rehash this entire lesson. If you remember, it was mostly constructions, but some of you did ask for some extra help on what we did in example 4, so I'm just going to go over that right now. Okay. Example 4, use the slope formula to determine if the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So what we need to do here is find the slope of each line. You know the slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And m is slope. I'm going to go ahead and label my points. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. And I'm going to have to calculate slope twice, once for each line. Okay, so for line 1, I have m sub 1, and this is -7 minus -4. I'm pulling this from up here, y2 minus y1, over -1 minus 0, so x2 minus x1. And -7 minus -4 is really a plus +4. So this is -3 over -1. Negative divided by negative is a positive. So my slope is a +3 for line 1. Okay, from here I want to stop and make a prediction about the slope of line 2. So here's my prediction box. If these lines are parallel, they have the same slope. So the slope of line 2 would have to be 3, the same as line 1, if these are parallel. If they are perpendicular, then my slope would have to be a -1/3. So you have to flip the fraction from 3 over 1 to 1/3, and then flip the sign. So this becomes a negative from positive. If it's neither, then it will not be a 3 or a -1/3. Okay? So let's go ahead now and find the slope of line 2. So m sub 2. I should label these points x1, y1, x2, y2. Slope is 2 minus 0, so y2 minus y1 over -3 minus 3. Okay. Simplify this. We have a 2 over -6. I can simplify this fraction, so I'm going to do that. This is a -1/3. And if I come back up here and I check my prediction box, I see that I didn't get a 3, so these are definitely not parallel lines. But I do have a -1/3, so these two match. So I have perpendicular lines. So they are perpendicular. Okay. Part B, we have 2 more lines. So I'm going to go ahead and label x1, y1, x2, y2. I'm going to do this for both of them at the same time. And we're going to find the slopes. So slope number 1, remember our slope formula is m equals, not x, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So slope number 1, we have 3 minus 2 over 0 minus -4. 3 minus 2 is 1, and minus negative is plus positive, so I have 1/4. Positive 1/4 is my slope. Slope number 2, m sub 2. Well, before I find this, let's do the prediction box over here. So our prediction, if we have parallel lines, then m sub 2 will also be 1/4. If we have perpendicular lines, when I flip the fraction over, that will become a 4. And when I change the sign, it is a negative 4. So this is what we're going to check up against. So we have y2 is 2 minus negative 2 for y1 over 3 minus negative 3. So let's change these. Plus minus negative is a plus positive. So we have 4 over 6. And when we simplify this fraction, we get 2/3. Okay, so I see that 2/3 doesn't match with this one, so that's not parallel. And it doesn't match with this one either, so not perpendicular. If it's not parallel, it's not perpendicular, then these lines are neither parallel nor perpendicular. Part C. I have my x's and y's. And my slope formula. Okay, so let's go ahead. My first slope is 2 minus negative 2 over 1 minus negative 1. So going to simplify this. We have a 4 on top and a 2 on the bottom. And this simplifies to a positive 2. Okay, so our prediction, if the lines are parallel, then our second slope will also be 2. They will be the same, exact same number. If they are perpendicular, my second slope will flip that fraction over. So instead of 2 over 1, I have 1/2, and it will have the opposite sign, so negative 1/2. Okay. So my second slope is going to be 4 minus 0 over 0 minus negative 2. Okay. Minus negative is plus positive. So we have a 4 over 2, which simplifies to 2. And I can see, based on the prediction box, this matches that first value I put in here. So our lines are parallel because we got the exact same slope for both line 1 and line 2. Okay, I hope that this helps you as you continue to try to figure out slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines. Please let me know if you have additional questions, and I can always make more of these to help you.